Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending this session and watching this presentation. I'm Sung-Hwan Lim, in charge of Technical Business Development in Korean Register. It's my honor to be a presenter in 2021 Korean Maritime Week. This time, I'm going to talk about EEXI and CII, the impact of introduction of regulation on international shipping. I have to start with the IMO GHG strategy. It has a vision, target, and candidate measures. I want to emphasize the two important targets. The first one is to reduce carbon intensity 40% by 2030, 70% by 2050. The second one is to reduce GHG emission itself 50% by 2050. The short-term, mid-term, and long-term candidate measures will be discussed and implemented as per the time frame. EEXI and CII are the part of the short-term measures. It will be implemented from 2023. EEXI stands for Energy Efficiency Existing Ship Index. This is to enhance the existing ship's energy efficiency to the almost same level of a new ship. For new ship, the separate energy efficiency requirements called EEDI, Energy Efficiency Design Index, has been applied since 2013. To meet EEXI, technical energy efficiency improvement is necessary. The adaptable options are engine power limit, fuel change, energy saving device, replacement with new ship, and others. However, majority will take the option of engine power limit. This slide shows the result of EEXI estimation of KR-class vessel. In total, 1,650 vessels are subject to EEXI. About 8% of these vessels do not meet EEXI. It means they need to take some measures. The estimation result of tanker and bulkers was shown, for example. We could see that pre-EEDI vessels have the bigger impact compared to EEDI vessels. This slide shows the impact estimation of pre-EEDI vessel according to ship type. From 19% to 49% power limit might be required. Ship speed reduction from 0.9 knot to 6.9 knot might be required. These results are the estimated overall impact. I insist to you that you have to check the EEXI and its impact for your individual vessel as soon as possible. CII stands for Carbon Intensity Indicator. It's operational energy efficiency calculated with the actual operational data for 1 year. The actual navigational distance and fuel consumptions are used to calculate CII value. The rating boundaries are defined proportionally based on the required CII value. The CII value of actual ship calculated with actual data is called attained CII value. The dotted line here is required CII value. The black point is attained CII value. Color zone shows the boundaries of each rating. CII rating is decided by comparing the attained CII value and the required CII value and boundaries of each rating from A to E. Rating from A to E will be assigned for every year from 2023. Without energy efficiency improvement, CII rating will become worse because the required CII value itself will become reduced every year. The pie chart on right side shows the portion of respective CII rating. We estimated it based on 2019 data. The portion of ship with A or B rating is just 21%. Rating will become worse as per the strengthened CII required value. EEXI and CII will be implemented from 2023. To assist the shipping companies for EEXI and CII, CAR is now providing the web-based software service called KR Gears. KR Gears stands for GHG Emission Authentic Reporting System. Originally, it has been developed for verification of DCS and EU MRB, but the function of CII rating simulation and EEXI calculation has been added. At this moment, you can check your vessel CII rating and calculate EEXI for your vessel. The update to KR gears function will be continued according to the change of GHG regulation. KR has decarbonization ship R&D center. It has 5 teams and more than 70 engineers under its operation. Each team handled every aspect of shipping decarbonization from policy making assistance, technical roadmap development, ship performance, engine, UMRB, IMO DCS, CII, electric propulsion, various zero emission fuels such as ammonia and hydrogen. Especially, Decarbonization Solution Center was newly established last March. The main mission of this center is to help imminent response of shipping companies to EEXI and CII. In the following few slides, I want to talk about the implication of EEXI and CII. In order to reduce CO2 emission, EEXI is to set a reference value for energy efficiency. Its reference value is almost equal to that of new shipbuilding. Engine power limit is the option majority of ships will choose to increase the energy efficiency. Main concept is to limit the engine power in order to reduce fuel consumption. The limited power will limit the speed. Limited speed limits the operation profile. The graph shown on the upper right shows the proportion of each power used in actual operation. Horizontal axis means power ship used. Vertical axis means time portion, the respective power the ship used. The blue bar graphs are the original operational profile. The red box shown are operational profile cannot be used anymore due to engine power limit. We have to check whether this limited operation profile is commercially acceptable. If it's not acceptable, additional options need to be considered. EEXI is based on technical specification of vessels, such as engine power, specific fuel consumption, the sea trial result. In other words, it's a measure from a purely technical point of view that does not reflect the actual operational condition. However, the ship does not only travel on a straight route, but operate on various routes, as indicated by the red dotted line on the slide. The actual operational ship have many uncertainties. Ship route, weather, and current are huge uncertainty on the ship operation. Because of cargo contract or cargo owner, sometimes ships have to go faster and slower. It is also affected by hull and engine powering. CII is operational efficiency criteria. The attained CII is calculated with this simple formula. CO2 emissions are decided with kind of a fuel you use, fuel consumption quantity for 1 year. Distance is the actual navigational distance for 1 year. Deadweight, DWT represents the cargo capacity, not the actual cargo quantity it carries. In short, fuel consumption and the travel distance are the only variables in CII, but it covers all uncertainty because actual fuel consumption and travel distance are used. Let's see the operational profile chart again on upper right. As shown on the previous slide, operational profile is to be limited due to the EPL. The limit of operation zone indicated by red box should be adjusted to operate with lower powers. Through this adjustment, we have to find the optimal operational profile. EEXI will affect CII rating. They need to be considered together to find the optimal operational profile and better CII rating. The CII requirements will become stringent every year. The more stringent CII requirements means the reduction of required CII value. That's why we use term reduction factor for CII requirement. The 2023 CII reduction is 5% compared to the 2019 reference value. Since then, required value will reduce 2% each year, resulting in 11% reduction in 2026. However, reduction factor from 2027 has not decided yet, but most likely to become stronger. Option 1 to option 4 on the slides are options suggested in MEP 76. Which options are most probable selection? We have to consider the global trend about climate change. UNFCCC COP26 will be held in November to discuss climate change. Many countries have suffered from various climate disasters this year. Hurricane Ida along the eastern part of USA and widespread wildfire on western part of USA. Wildfires in Europe, flood in China and Germany are just short list of examples. The attention of political leaders and the publics are more focused on climate change than ever. The discussion of COP26 will also influence the future discussion in IMO. Getting to Zero Coalition has published a report called Call to Action. 150 members suggest that government should revise regulation to achieve shipping decarbonization by 2050. IMO GHG strategy's current target is to reduce GHG emission 50% by 2050. The strategy itself may need to be revised to the more ambitious target. If it has to be aligned with 1.5 degree temperature increase of Paris Agreement, the option 4 is the most probable selection. Then the change and impact will become more than 2 times of current estimated expectation. In addition to IMO and UNFCCC, we are facing the decarbonization drive from various directions. Individual governments are making their own regulation. EU is speeding up with the legislation package called Fit for 55. Financial industry made the decarbonization initiative called Poseidon Principle. Charters also made a similar initiative called Chicago Charter. This is overall trend and outlook about climate change issues. All surrounding industries and regulations make us to take a first step toward the shipping decarbonization. This is the reason why we have to consider long-term aspect when we talk about the impact of EEXI and CII. We need our own decarbonization strategy. This is the conclusion of my presentation about EEXI and CII impact. The left part is a general recommendation to shipping companies. First, you have to check EEXI and CII status of your vessel. Second, you have to make your own decarbonization strategy. Third, continuous strategy update is required. The right part is the detailed action list in response to EEXI and CII. EEXI and CII response should be started with the current status check of EEXI and CII. You have to choose option to improve energy efficiency, engine power limit, energy saving device, digital technology application could be the option. You also need document preparation such as EEXI technical file, EPL management plan, and simple revision. All these actions should be taken in accordance with our own decarbonization strategy. Long-term fleet change, fuel change plan need to be also made based on this strategy. Let's become more specific. What do we have to do? I recommend you to make a CII table for your own fleet. This is the example of fleet CII table and time frame for EEXI and CII. With DCS data, you can check CII value of your current fleet. You can estimate the CII rate for 2023. In this preparation period, you have to pay attention to urgent and important work item. First, you have to check the EPL work plan in your engine maker. EPL installation work may become bottleneck because 80% of the world fleet need to carry out this work just for 14 months period. Second, impact of EEXI and commercial aspects should be considered. Thirdly, you have to set up CII improvement plan. Option can be CII dashboard or IT solution for energy efficiency improvement or procedure for CII monitoring for respective or daily voyage. Even after 2023, the effort to enhance CII rating need to be continued. the requirements can be more stringent after 2027. With this table and the related data, we could check CO2 emission of your fleet. It will let you know how much emission reduction and efficiency improvement necessary. This table can become the groundwork for your own decarbonization strategy. Then we have to update this strategy constantly according to technical, economical, and regulatory change in future. I'm sure that shipping industries can contribute to the global efforts to keep the temperature increase below 1.5 degrees. All our effort is for our next generation as well as ourselves. However, we need careful preparation and strategy for the impact. EEXI and CII have substantial impact, but this is the first step of the shipping decarbonization. If we are well prepared, we could change this impact into a new chance for sustainable growth. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.